Hey, Rigsby here, and in today's episode, I want to share an observation about why people don't improve. Let's get to it.
Welcome to the Fitness Business School podcast, the show for fitness business owners who want to grow their income, increase their impact, and improve their lifestyle. Be sure to listen till the end of this episode because we have a brand new special offer exclusive for listeners. So stay tuned.
So I was having a conversation with Holly this morning before I started recording podcasts, and we were talking about a couple interactions she had with clients and some of the things that they were bogged down with. And, occasionally even clients that we love working with, they'll almost want to hand off the responsibility of owning their business. They don't want to take the responsibility for making challenging decisions. They don't want to sometimes make choices because there's that fear of, if this failed, that's an indictment against me. But if somebody else chooses, then I'm not really the one at fault. And I think there's a lot of that in the business world, right? There's a lot of that in the small business ownership world. It's unfamiliar territory for a lot of people. I think that most small business owners, when they open their business, they are woefully unprepared. And that's not really a slight against them by any stretch, considering I was woefully unprepared as a business owner. I didn't know anything about starting a business, and you learn as you go. And I don't think that's great, but it's the reality of the landscape that a lot of us operate in. Is we get into this, and some of it is well beyond anything that we would have expected in good ways, and some of it's well beyond anything we would have expected in maybe not so good ways. And what I have found with people who struggle is they sign on to be a business owner, and they lose sight of what actually being a business owner entails. And I shared with Holly earlier that a lot of people want the benefits of risk and effort and consistency, which I think are hallmarks of business ownership, right? You're taking the risk and accepting the responsibility of things being on your shoulders. And no guaranteed paycheck, no security, nobody funding your 401k or pension. You're basically saying, I am going to be the one that all this responsibility falls on the shoulders of. And so there's certainly a great deal of risk in that. And you also are the person who has to lead with all the effort. Now, over time, you get to hopefully leverage the effort of others as well to grow and expand and build a better business that isn't entirely reliant on you, but still you're the leader. And so you're the one who sets the tone for everything. And so a lot of people want all those benefits of effort, and they want the benefits of consistency even when they're inconsistent, right? So there are lots of business owners who want the benefits of risk, effort, and consistency, but they don't actually want to take the risk, make the effort, or be consistent. I remember, years and years ago, we had a business coaching client, and I really enjoyed him a great deal. He was smart and young and opened up a business. And then I'm talking in less than a month, took a two-week vacation after opening the business. And I'm like, man, he's probably not going to make it because he's not in a position where his business it has a strong enough foundation. It's not on solid enough footing to go and do this. But he didn't want to make the level of effort or have the degree of consistency needed to build a great business. And within a year, he had moved on and taken a different job that had some security involved and certainly had a lot more flexibility and freedom. And that was a better fit for him. And I'm not even going to suggest for a minute it's a bad idea to change. Some of the people I'm closest to in this world are people who work for other people. And I don't think that even though this is a business owner podcast, I don't think that there's a thing wrong with being an employee. I think that you have to pick the right lane for you. And just like small business ownership really makes a difference in our economy and creates such opportunity and for people. Make no mistake, without employees, this whole thing doesn't work. But I think a lot of times business owners want all the benefits of ownership. Well, they want the risk, the effort, and the consistency, maybe more associated with being an employee. So if you want to have all these things, you have to earn these things, right? If you want a substantial multiple six-figure income, if you want long-term financial security, if you want a better lifestyle with more flexibility or freedom, if you want to work with a certain type of client, it's on you, right? As a business owner, you have to say, okay, I'm going to be the person who shows up with a really meaningful level of effort and great consistency. And I'm the one who's going to take the risk for a lot of this stuff and do some of the things that are maybe out of my comfort zone and maybe test the waters of the unknown from time to time and try new things. And you can't have it, like you can't have all these benefits without that. And sure, I'm sure you could scour the internet and find exceptions, right? You can find the people that didn't take all that much risk and didn't put in all that much effort, and the world just fell at their doorstep. Everything they wanted, they got. But I am probably a little more pragmatic and think that that's the needle in the haystack, but we're mostly not going to find the needle. Like, we want to base our expectations about around reality, and the reality is small business ownership isn't easy, and it doesn't have to be as hard as some people make it, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to put in effort and be consistent. And that doesn't mean it comes without risk. So if you want all the winnings that are associated with that, then you're going to have to own the responsibilities associated with it too. So the truth of this is really wrapped up in what we've been teaching very regularly with clients as of late, this owner operating system. Being a successful owner in this industry, maybe even a great owner in this industry, is not all that complicated, but it probably requires doing some things that prevent a lot of people from being successful. So if you've been stuck, if you've been stagnant, if you've maybe not got the results you wanted, instead of saying, okay, it's my ads that are struggling, it's my website that needs updated, maybe the best thing to do is look in the mirror and saying, okay, what can I change about the way that I'm personally operating if I want to have a better business? Thanks for listening to this episode of the Fitness Business School. Before you go, I have a quick announcement. One of the things that we've been doing with our current clients is taking them through this ideal business diagnostic. And really what it is, this checklist that allows you to pinpoint exactly what your business needs next so you can keep improving, keep growing, and build a business that you love to own. One that pays you well, one that allows you to have the impact you want to have, and one that allows you to have a lifestyle that you truly enjoy. In this diagnostic, we walk through everything and we do an evaluation and can instantly pinpoint what you need to do next to build that business that you want. I'm going to extend this opportunity to get on with either me or my team and take you through this evaluation and fix your business's most vital needs fast. So if we take you through this, you're going to be able to make those vital changes that you need to finally have what I call your ideal business. If you'd be interested in going through this entirely free, risk-free diagnostic with us and learn what you already have in place, what you're doing well, and where your greatest opportunities for rapid improvement are, just shoot me an email with diagnostic in the subject line to pat@patrigsby.com. Again, an email to pat@patrigsby.com with diagnostic in the subject line will get you scheduled and take you through this evaluation to help you build the business you want.